What's up, guys? In this video we are going to be doing my version of lazy gumbo. You will see why I call it lazy in just a second, but here are the ingredients we're going to be using: crab, shrimp, sausage, and vegetables. Let's get right into it. Alright, so starting off, we're going to be using our Hershire Farm sausage. I just got the smoked sausage. If you are not a pork lover, they do have turkey sausage only, so you can use that. Here, I am just going to be cutting up my sausage. I like mine kind of thick, but not too thick, if that makes sense. I'm trying to slice them at an angle, but this is definitely the wrong knife. I couldn't find my favorite knife. I need to get more. But anyway, we're cutting up our sausage, so I know you guys don't want to watch me cut up sausage. You know how to do that. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up until all of our sausage are cut up.
No woman that can take your spotlight. If I wrote you a symphony just to say how much you mean to me, what would you do if I told you?
I'm not sure why I use the smallest cutting board that I have, but either way, it got the job done. We're just cutting up the last bit of the sausage, and then we're going to move right into our next step, which are the shrimp. Okay, and on to the shrimp. Here they are before they have been cleaned, deshelled, and deveined. Just showing you guys the size. These are the jumbo shrimp from Sam's. And here they are, all clean, deshelled, and deveined, ready to go into the pot. It's gonna be so good. Okay, moving on to our vegetables. We're going to start off cutting up our green bell pepper. I'm only using about half. It's totally up to you, depending on how many people you're cooking for, how much vegetables you like, if you even want to incorporate vegetables. So, again, I'm just using about half, getting it washed up, and now getting ready to get it all diced up.
Would you date me on the regular? Tell me, would you? Well, baby, I've been around the world, but I ain't seen myself another girl like you. This ring here represents my heart, but there's just one thing I need from you. Say I do. Because I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the grassland side by side. You could be my baby. Would you date me on the regular?
Okay, and this is the amount that I got from the half of bell pepper chopped up. And of course, we have to clean up our mess. I always clean as I go. Do you guys do that? Like, I can't stand mess. I can't cook in it, can't clean. It's just not cool. Anyway, on to the onion. Just doing the same as we did for the bell pepper. Just chopping that up. And the size is totally up to you. I love crunch, but not everybody does. So you can do them really fine or keep them medium like I did. It's going to soften up anyway once you cook it and saute the onion and the green pepper. So here, I'm just slicing it up to get it all chopped up the same way we did for the green bell pepper.
Would you date me on the regular? Tell me, would you? Well, baby, I've been around the world, but I ain't seen myself another girl like you. This ring here represents my heart, but there's just one thing I need from you. Say I do. Because I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the grassland side by side. You could be my baby, take us my money. If I wrote you a symphony just to say how much you mean to me, what would you?
Okay, now it's time to cook. So to the pan, we're going to add in some butter. I'm using grass-fed. Use what you have. Don't be like me though. Don't be like me and use your knife to melt the butter. That is the easiest way to scratch up your pans. I just was being lazy. Didn't feel like turning around to get the proper utensil. So sad. Anyway, melt the butter in the pan. Once it's all melted, we're going to go ahead and add in our vegetables. The salt. I'm sorry, the chopped up onion and green pepper. We're going to get those sauteed to the pan, and here we go. Okay, we're adding in our onion, adding in our green pepper, getting those all sauteed up. And then once that is sauteed, once that is soft, I'm going to go ahead and add in our sausage and everything else that we prepared. Okay, and now guys, I'm getting ready to just add in a heaping tablespoon of garlic. I love garlic. I love onion. I can't cook without it. I recently saw a meme on Instagram that said onion powder and garlic powder does not go on everything. I'd like to know who told that lie. Because in my kitchen, it goes on just about everything. So anyway, add in our garlic. We're going to go ahead and saute that. It is just about soft, and then once that's soft, I'm going to remove that from the pan and add in our sausage, as you'll see.
No woman that can take your spotlight. If I wrote you a symphony, just to say how much you mean to me, what would you do? If I told you you were beautiful.
Okay, and as you can see, I've removed the vegetables from the pan and I've added in my sausage. I just want to go ahead and get these a little, they're already cooked. If you didn't know, they're already cooked. So I'm just going to add some heat to them, get some color to them, and then we're going to proceed with the rest of the lazy gumbo. So I'm just going to let them saute, as I said, turning them every minute or so just so they don't get burnt and stick to the pan. But that's about it. Let it saute up until you're comfortable with the color. About 2, maybe 3 minutes for me. About 3 minutes, yeah. Let it saute up, and then we're going to move on to the next step.
No woman that can take your spotlight. If I wrote you a symphony, just to say how much you mean to me, what would you do? If I told you you were beautiful.
All right, and as you can see, they are all beautiful and brown, just like me. The right amount of color just added. This is how I like mine. I can go a little darker as well, but just wanted to add a little crisp to them, as you can see. So now we're going to go ahead and add in our sauteed veggies, those onion, garlic, and green pepper back to the pan. Give those a good stir. Let it get all incorporated, and then we'll move on into what I call the lazy gumbo step. All right, here is the secret ingredient, the Campbell's Golden Mushroom Soup. That is going to give you exactly what you need for your gumbo. You know, making gumbo is only basically making a roux, browning flour, adding water or chicken broth until you get the right consistency. And just like making gravy, girl, sometimes it's a go, sometimes it's a big no. And I wasn't feeling all that today. So I went the easy route and went with the Campbell's Golden Mushroom Soup. Trust me, it's going to taste just like gumbo. As you can see here, I'm using 2 cans, and I'm making sure I got all of my 150 to 160 that I paid for each can out, okay? Yes, that's me. I'm getting all of my money's worth. So I'm just going to go ahead and let that simmer off camera. I'm adding in some chicken broth into my can. Instead of water, wherever you're using water in a recipe, just replace it with chicken broth, most times anyway. And it's going to just add tons of flavor. So I'm just filling up those cans of soup about a quarter of the way with chicken broth. I'm going to do one at a time. And as you can see here, I'm going to go ahead and give it a good stir, get it all incorporated really, really good, get those flavors swimming together.
Would you date me on the regular? Tell me, would you? Well, baby, I've been around the world, but I ain't seen myself another girl like you. This ring here represents my heart, but there's just one thing I need from you. Say I do. Because I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the grassland side by side. You could be my baby. Let me.
And trust me, it's going to taste so, so good. You're going to think you're in New Orleans tasting like the original Cajun gumbo. This soup, this lazy gumbo, is the way to go if you don't feel like messing up a roux or even having to brown it. You know, trust me, lazy gumbo is the way to go.
No woman that can take your spotlight. If I wrote you a symphony, just to say how much you mean to me, what would you do? If I told you you were beautiful, would you date me on the regular? Tell me what.
Okay, so here I'm adding in that second quarter cup of chicken broth to the pan. I wanted to do it one at a time just to make sure it was needed, you know, to thin it out. You don't want it too thick, but, you know, thick enough. Kind of like me. Okay, so it's been simmering for about 3 minutes, letting those flavors get well incorporated. And now I'm just going to go ahead and season it up. I gave it a quick little taste. I'm adding in some Old Bay. If you don't have Old Bay, use some Cajun seasoning, whatever you have. And then after the Old Bay, I'm going to go ahead and also add in a little bit of my complete seasoning, the Badia Complete. I use it on everything. I'm telling you, it makes your meal complete like it says. And giving it a good stir, giving it a good taste, and we are almost there. All right, so it's been about 5 minutes now. 5, 6 minutes now. I just gave it a quick taste off of my spoon, and now I'm adding in some garlic powder. Again, the flavoring is all up to you. Use your discretion on what you choose to add into your pot. Just added some garlic powder, and then I'm going to be adding in a little bit of black pepper, some fresh cracked black peppercorn, and that is it. Go ahead and let that simmer, and then we'll add in our shrimp. Of course, shrimp only take about 3 minutes to cook, 3 to 5 minutes, so we're going to add them at the very last minute, which is coming up shortly. All right, and now it is time to add in our shrimp. These have been cleaned, deshelled, and deveined. We are adding them to our pot. Almost the final step, guys. We still have our crab meat left, but these just add them to your already seasoned pot. You already have your sausage in there, your onion, your green pepper, your golden mushroom, your garlic, your chicken broth. Add in your shrimp and let that cook for about 3 to 5 minutes. I wish you guys could smell the kitchen. It smelled amazing making this dish. We crushed it like in like 10 minutes. It was sad. But anyway, it is just simmering here, letting that shrimp cook really good, 3 to 5 minutes, and then we're going to add in our crab meat. Okay, guys, just wanted to show you guys all this goodness. Look at that shrimp and sausage in this gumbo mixture. Oh my God, it smells so good, but it tastes even better. If you like gumbo, seafood gumbo, you have to try this dish. Now we've added in, well, just sprinkled in our crab meat. We're going to use the whole container of the claw crab meat. If you have lump, use lump. It's always better. I only had claw, so that's what I'm using. Again, the flame is pretty much off. I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue tied because I'm tasting it again. The flame is already off, so I'm just adding in the crab meat, tossing it, giving it a good stir, and then we'll be plating it up. But yeah, just letting it get warm basically because I don't need to cook it. Just wanted it to get that flavor of the gumbo, getting it incorporated with the shrimp, the sausage, the actual gumbo flavor. It is so good, y'all. You have to try this dish. And then we'll be back to plate it up. And here we are, all plated up. I just threw some rice in the middle of the bowl and put that gumbo surrounding it and on top of it. You have to try this. You can add whatever you want. You can do clams, mussels, oysters, crab legs, Dungeness crab legs, snow crab legs, shoot, king crab legs. Do whatever you want. It will really, really, really be good with some Dungeness crab legs throughout. But again, use what you have. If you want to do chicken and sausage, do that. If you want to do chicken and shrimp, do that. If you want to just do chicken, do that. Do what you want. But whatever you do, use this recipe. It is really, really good. And if you do, make sure you leave a comment, like this video, subscribe. We will be doing many, many, many more recipes. I have a lot of things planned for this channel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, again, please give it a like, a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you want. If you make it, come back and let me know how you how it tasted, how you liked it. And again, thanks for watching Tally TV. Until next time, guys.
No woman that can take your spotlight. If I wrote you a symphony just to say how much you mean to me, what would you do? If I told you you were beautiful, would you date me on the regular? Tell me, would you?